Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being, Mother the Holy Mother, God the Holy Mother's earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. But do you know how to recite Father's name to get the most benefit? And this is the method of reciting God's name that has great benefits for evolution that you should remember well and be determined to practice to achieve success soon. When you recite the phrase, Name O Jade Emperor, Supreme Being, Infinite Heavenly Venerable, you must awaken and enlighten yourself to your original nature, and see your divine nature. You are the little souls of God who come down to earth to learn, that is, to realize that you are God, so your real name is the Jade Emperor, which means that the true name of your soul is the Jade Emperor and no one else. So when you recite this phrase, you must think about your own point of harmony with the universe, to become a true self that is most suitable for God. My children, do you understand this essential point in the secret method of chanting Father's name? If you understand this secret method, your mind will open more, your soul will progress more, because your aura at that time will be brighter than when you only think of chanting to receive God's protection. Do you understand this subtle and sublime point, my children? And if you can practice this secret method, then naturally, even if you do not ask or hope, even if you do not want, you will still be protected, because the clearer and purer your aura is, the less negative energy you have, and less negative energy means less suffering. When you suffer less, it means you are receiving protection because you know how to protect yourself by knowing how to unite with Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, my children.
Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being, Mother the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. So when you recite the phrase Name O Jade Emperor, Supreme Being, Infinite Heavenly Venerable, you should think about where your aura is in harmony with the aura of the universe, united with the great soul of the universe. Please try to remember that for Father, my children, but there are two things Father must seriously remind you of. The first thing Father teaches you is the secret method of reciting Father's name while simultaneously uniting with God. This does not mean teaching you to be arrogant and call yourself God in front of everyone, and then look down on living beings. Asking for the name Buddha to be your enough preference. Fighting for religious power and harming all living beings. Then those children's dark thoughts will be the culprit that cause the internal response to strongly attract the block of negative energy to cover and drown you in terrible suffering later on. My children, you all understand that the secret method of chanting the Father's name is only for you to truly practice in order to return without caring about any favors of the 5 worldly desires of lust, money, power, food, clothing, sleep. If you have them, use them temporarily. If you don't, then forget it. Therefore, the dissemination of this secret method must be very careful and reserved, because this secret method will cause those foolish children who are still full of ambition and attachment to the world to regress. And the second thing to note is that when you chant the Father's name and recognize yourself as the Father, your soul must also be open like God to be able to unite. Meaning your soul must be harmonious with everyone, must be compassionate and forgiving, must know how to love and respect all living beings, treat your fellow human beings equally. Must be a vegetarian and must strictly limit yourself, often give alms and release animals. And always do the bodhisattva deeds to create merit for the benefit of life. Practice meditation to maintain purity.
You know well that because Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, is formless. God is infinite. There is no yin or yang energy. No male or female. So God has no name but can only be temporarily called God. But there is no phenomenon in the universe that is not God, because God is everywhere. So if you want to return to unity with God, you must obey this basic condition. Absolutely do not accept yourself as anything, because God is nothing. Because God is invisible and formless. You must completely abandon the notion of being a Buddha, a bodhisattva, a saint, a fairy, and immortal. If you want to unite with God but are still arrogant, self-satisfied, self-important, and self-conceited, calling yourself God in front of everyone, begging for offerings, begging for respect, craving for power, and plotting to become a religious leader, then that is pretending to be God. My children. Because God is truly formless, nameless, and never calls out to beg for any favors from the world. Do you know what the Father teaches? The secret method of reciting His name while simultaneously expanding the soul to blend with the universe. It is expanding charity, forgiveness, compassion, joy, love, respect for all beings, vegetarianism, less desire, and strict morality. When these virtues manifest and develop in your soul, they will lead you on a journey back to the source. That is the image of God appearing specifically through all the acts of saving suffering and saving lives on mortal body.
Father the Jade Lord the Highest Emperor the Holy Father God the Human Being, Mother the Holy Mother God the Holy Mother, Earth in the 36th heaven the divine teachings of God. But Father never teaches you to proclaim the name of God before everyone, while your souls are still filled with dark, selfish, and lowly thoughts that harm your own spiritual and material life, and that of other living beings. Therefore, you must be clear-sighted in distinguishing this delicate point so that you will never intentionally confuse yourself by calling yourself God with anyone anywhere. You must remember, do not commit this most important and unforgivable mistake, my children. My children, this is a great test of suffering throughout the world. So you must try to recite Father's name and try to open your soul to unite with God everywhere and at all times, so that your yang energy will be brighter and helps you to overcome your own mistakes. Only by reducing the yin energy that you can reduce your suffering. Do you understand this? In addition, in this time of suffering, you must try to keep your mortal body clean and maintain inner stability. That is, maintain the purity. Now the external environment is crazy and chaotic. So if you focus your mind too much on the outside of negative energy, you will easily become shaken, afraid, sad, and troubled. You must know that even if you are afraid, sad, and troubled at this time, it will not reduce your suffering. Because when you are sad, worried, and suffering in all kinds of ways, then at that time you will definitely lose your clear mind because your spirit is scattered, and your thoughts are scattered. Your clear mind must be weakened immediately, and when your clear mind is lost, it means your soul has yin energy too much because of worries. The more negative energy, the more you suffer. Therefore, the disturbance and affliction not only do not help you to reduce the suffering caused by the karmic test, but also make you suffer more.
Father the Jade Lord, the Highest Emperor the Holy Father, God the Human Being Mother, the Holy Mother, God the Holy Mother's Earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. So my children, this time, please have faith in the divine power, have faith in heaven and try to open your noble soul to unite with Father the Jade Lord, the Highest Emperor. Then Father will suffer with you, will go with you through the thorns, through the difficulties, challenges and dangers. If you remember Father, He will work with you always, anywhere and at any moment. And do you know how to keep your mortal body pure? By being vegetarian, and reducing sexual desire. You should try to be vegetarian. Those who have not eaten yet should try to eat, and those who have eaten should try to maintain the vegetarian practice. This is very necessary and urgent, so Father tell you that you must try to practice the Dharma wheel of life many times, more during the day to reduce the negative energy. Soon you will see widespread invasions if you do not know how to keep your mortal body pure. Thanks to vegetarianism, abstinence and keeping your mind peaceful, if you let your mind be scattered, the aura will lose its purity, then the aura will accumulate densely in your soul. So many of you will be invaded by corresponding auras of negative spirits, or animal souls, that invade and torture you. This time, if any of you lack blessings and have karma with them, or have heavy debts with them, then heaven's law must give them freedom to act and torture you according to the law of cause and effect. These invading parts will kill, harass, and torture you, making you mentally and physically sick, possibly bringing you misfortunes and sufferings, because at that time you have lost your positive energy, meaning you have negative energy more, so it is very easy for the block of negative energy in the invisible world, to invade and incite you to act according to their will. The block of negative energy will destroy your positive energy, overwhelm your yang energy, and overwhelm your soul, and the block of yin energy can invade your body to act according to its will to destroy the